Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's your boy Gucci. You don't know what time it is. So today I put a post up on my Instagram or Facebook that Boris Johnson, alhamdulillah, thank God he came out of hospital, and at the end of the day he's our prime minister. And when it comes down to it, Boris is like, if something happened to Boris, where would all the morale of the whole country go, right? Everybody be like, the prime minister died, so we're all gonna die already. Everybody's so depressed with the coronavirus and everything. So I wanted to make a point quickly. So there was a specific comment on one of my platforms, and somebody messaged me and said to me that, do you know what, Boris Johnson is so racist, and how could you defend a guy like that, and he should have died, and this, that, whatever. So I want to say something first of all to this person who said this, that number one, we come from a religion called Islam. Clearly you don't understand what that religion means. It's like they say, our Lord is the most merciful and the most forgiving. So we need to forgive, and we need to understand that people evolve and people like change, and you shouldn't, the media is like, but either way, I wanted to quickly put this out there, that first of all, Boris Johnson is not a racist. And this particular article that people are talking about in regards to Boris saying something in regards to Muslim women, they look like letterboxes and bank robbers and whatever. So I wanted to put some clarity to the subject, because a lot of people are quick to jump to conclusions, and they just say things, and sometimes you need somebody like Gucci to say this and educate the people out there. So first of all, I'd like to say something, and you can do your research. Everything I'm saying is backed with fact. You don't know what time it is, read the little print. Oh no, what am I talking about, the little print? Anyways, so number one, Boris Johnson has Muslim roots. Boris Johnson's great-grandfather, who was Turkish, Mr. Ali Kemal, he was from Turkey, and he was married to a British woman, and that's where our lovely Boris came from, somewhere. Now also, so he has Muslim roots, and his great-grandfather was from Turkey, and his name was Ali Kemal, okay? I think he was the mayor of his town or something as well, yeah? And they all had blonde hair as well and whatever. But what I'm trying to say to you is, let's get to the point now, yeah? Everybody's out there, defending and saying, he said this about Muslim women, that. Now the other thing is that the article that Boris Johnson, when he used to write for the newspaper, and Boris Johnson used to write a column in a newspaper. So what Boris Johnson basically was doing in that newspaper, that article that he wrote, and everybody takes our lovely little Boris in the wrong way, and I want to put this out there, and I'm Muslim as well. So Boris Johnson, I know the bottom line. I'm not going to fall for the media, and I'm going to educate all the Muslim people out there that what actually Boris said, instead of listening to this fake news and this media and these people who want to ruin people's careers, make things about them, and just say all this bullshit. So basically what Boris basically said, first of all, we know Boris is very outspoken. So he's just an outspoken guy, and we live, we learn, we make mistakes and whatever. But anyways, first of all, everybody discriminating against Boris Johnson and saying basically, yeah, Boris Johnson is about Muslims. First and foremost, ask yourself, what was the article Boris Johnson was writing? In Denmark, they were saying that they wanted to ban the burqas, completely, like the whole burqa, they wanted to ban it and everything. So what Boris Johnson basically did was, poor Boris wrote an article where he was defending women and saying that the burqa should not be banned in Denmark or anywhere in the world, and we shouldn't judge people for what they're wearing, and women should be free to wear what they're wearing. And he was basically trying to say that some women are oppressed, because nowhere in the Quran is mentioned a woman needs to cover her face and wear a burqa and her only eyes should show. It doesn't specifically say that, and we all know that, okay? Because my mom's never worn a burqa, neither have my grandmothers and my families and everything. No one's worn a burqa like this. I'm sure there's a lot of Muslims out there who agree with what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is, if a woman chooses, what Boris was trying to say was, if a woman chooses to wear a burqa, that's what the article was about. That's her choice. A woman should wear what she wants to wear. But if the woman is being oppressed, if that woman is being forced, if that woman is being bullied into wearing it, he doesn't agree to that. And then what our lovely Mr. Boris Johnson said, frankly, I don't think it's fashionable. I don't think women should look like letterboxes or bank robbers. But what I'm trying to say is that, yes, there's a bit of a mistake he made because he's an outspoken person and he said that. But the guy's got Muslim roots. And secondly, I just want to put this out there, and I want to say hello to Mr. Prime Minister as well. I just want to say that, you know what, Boris Johnson is absolutely amazing. I, as a Muslim, back Boris Johnson up 110%, because what Boris Johnson has done for the British people, what Boris Johnson has done for the people on benefits, what Boris Johnson has done for the people who are self-employed, and the measures, even though everybody says there's a pandemic going on and whatever, and Boris should have done that anyway, I can assure you, you'd have been starving and people on benefits would have been in a worse position. And at the end of the day, Boris has done things to make the poor people, or the people who are not as well off as people sitting on businesses and everything, he's made them feel comfortable with this pandemic going on. So at the end of the day, shout out to Boris Johnson. You don't know what time it is. And another thing I wanted to say quickly as well, no Muslims got nothing against Boris. Boris is a lovely, lovely, lovely man. There's a lot of Muslim people working in his cabinet, working around him and everything, whatever. So it is what it is. But what I'm trying to say is simply, stop putting fake news out there that he doesn't like Muslims and he's this, that, whatever. He never said that. The article was defending women, defending the fact that the burqa shouldn't be banned. But poor Boris just was a bit outspoken and he said what he had to say. And no Muslim person, myself personally, or any of my family members or anybody I know, my friends, are offended by Boris. And anybody putting this fake news about Boris out there, that Boris is racist, tell them to go, and you know what I'm trying to say. But the bottom line is that he didn't say that. His great-grandfather's name was Ali Kemal. He was from Turkey, and he has Muslim heritage and Muslim roots. And what I'm trying to say is basically that this media is trying to pull this dress that he called Muslim women look like that. So this article was originally him defending the burqa and what women should wear, shouldn't be banned in Denmark and whatever. This is what the article was about. But he said, frankly, I don't like it. I don't think women should go around looking like letterboxes or like, you know, bank robbers or whatever. He referred to, so he made a bit of a mistake. And at the end of the day, in Islam and in whatever, brothers and sisters, we have to understand something, that we have to forgive somebody. He's just a human being. And he's not the, you know, he's not somebody who's like, he speaks his mind. So like, respect people out there that speak their mind. I speak my mind, so respect me too. I'm not going to say I haven't made a mistake. And there's nobody in the face of earth, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said this, and our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, no soul on this earth hasn't made a mistake. So if he was defending Muslim women and then he turned around and said, frankly, I don't think women should look like that, and there's no way in the Quran it says that women should be covered. But he said, I don't personally, I don't think women should go around looking like that, like letterboxes and bank robbers. But he shouldn't have said that. But he was originally defending the burqa. So please get this in your mind. You feel me? In your brain, before you say anything. And I'm not the kind of person that judges anybody. I know people who've murdered people, they've done their time, they've done everything, they come out of jail. I'm not going to judge that man. That man's regretted it, whatever. I know people used to steal and they become good people. I know people who've done the maddest shit out there, and then they've turned around and they've turned a new leaf, and they, you know, they're not about that life anymore. So stop judging everybody and stop saying all of this and spreading these rumors about our lovely Prime Minister Boris Johnson. And I want to say one thing, I'm so glad Boris is out, because you know what, Boris reminds me a bit of myself. He's outspoken, I'm outspoken. So sometimes I say some shit, and in the past I've said shit which, you know, people blew out of context. And you know, I know what the media is doing. So anyways guys, holla at your boy. You don't know what time it is. And anyways, Boris, if you're watching this, and if anybody's watching this, please make sure you share this. Because you know what, let's not turn around and make this man and make it out like this man's racist. So when a man spoke his mind, he said it's not fashionable, I don't like it, I don't think women should be going out this. He's entitled to his own opinion, but originally he was defending the burqa. So just remember that, and defending women so they can wear what they want to wear. But bottom line is, no one talks about that. Everybody wants to talk about this other bullshit. Anyways, I know you guys have probably understood what I'm trying to say. Anyway, please holla at your boy. You don't know what time it is. And make sure you come back and make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Peace. Holla at your boy. You don't know. Peace.